Okay, so we're still on our statistics unit, and remember, statistics is all about collecting data, trying to figure things out. So we're going to talk about statistical questions today, and I'm just going to be honest with you. This is not a heavily tested item on your EOG, but it is important for us to go over because you might have one or two questions on it, and it's one of those questions that's real easy. You just have to know what it's talking about, as easy as that sounds, but like, it's not a difficult concept. You just need to remember what it means. So, to be a statistical question, there's two things that need to happen. First of all, it's not going to be a question that has one answer, okay? So what I mean by that is if we asked, who is the principal of your school? Or who is the principal at CMEPS? There's only one answer to that. The only answer is Miss Harris, okay? So that's not a statistical question because you're not going to get a bunch of different answers. Well, you could get different answers, but there's only one right answer. So you need to have a variety of answers, all right? So you need to have people giving multiple answers. For example, if you said, like, what's your favorite color? Okay, so that's obviously going to be different answers. Some people are going to say blue, some people are going to say red, some people are going to say purple. That's a statistical question because it's going to have different answers. Or if you said, how many hours of sleep did you get last night? That's a statistical question because not everybody's going to answer the same. Not everybody's going to say, I got 7 hours of sleep. All right? So a statistical question is one that has to have different answers for the question. All right? If you just have one single answer, it's not going to be it. Now, sometimes this can be confusing because of how it's worded. But hopefully we're going to do enough of them that you get to see, okay, this is statistical or this is non-statistical. A lot of times, if it's real specific, it will be non-statistical because there's only one answer. Whereas if it's a more broad question, like it could be answered by several people, then it's going to be statistical because it could have different answers. So I want to look at this sheet right here I've attached on Canvas. We're just going to put a check mark as to whether we think it's statistical or non-statistical. So, what did Tom eat for lunch on Monday? Okay, this is one of those questions that is very specific. First of all, I was talking about one person. It's talking about Tom. Second of all, I was talking about one meal. It's talking about lunch. And third of all, I was talking about a day, a specific day. So, once again, you could ask millions of people this question, and not everybody's going to know who Tom is. So, like, they're going to have different answers. But really, the answer to this question, there's only one answer, okay? Maybe it's mac and cheese, okay? Tom had mac and cheese on Monday for lunch. All right, so this is a non-statistical question because there's really only one right answer, okay? Second one, what class do 7th graders like the most? Okay, so if I were to ask all the 7th graders what their favorite class was, they're not all going to say the same thing, all right? Their answers are going to vary. So this is statistical because they don't all have the same answer. All right, what time did the students in Mrs. Rodriguez's class wake up this morning? All right, once again, this is statistical because not everybody woke up at the same time. Okay, some people woke up at 7, some people woke up at 6:30. So this is statistical because your answers are going to be different. All right, the fourth one, how many pets do you have? Okay, for me, these are the ones that are tricky to me because of the word you. All right, if you say how many pets do you have, okay, I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you, so that means there's one answer. All right, but typically when this question is asked, it's asked to a bunch of people. So like, I'm going to say how many pets do you have, but I'm going to ask it to 25 people. So this would be statistical because not everybody is going to answer the same. Not everybody's going to say, I have 3 pets. All right, some people might not have any pets. Okay, so this is statistical because, like I said, you're going to have different answers. Next one, what color is Mr. Kennedy's tie? All right, there's only one right answer for this. All right, Mr. Kennedy's tie is this color. So this is non-statistical because there's only one right answer. How tall are the 8th grade girls? Once again, this is a statistical.
Teachers, please excuse this interruption.
Hold on.
Any teacher sisters that are available to come outside downstairs for a picture at this time, can you please come down now?
Sorry about that. Once again, how tall are the eighth grade girls? Not all the girls are going to be the same height. Okay, so this is statistical because you're going to have different answers. All right. How many pairs of shoes does each student in Mr. Jackson's class have? All right. Not every student is going to have the same number of shoes, so this is going to be different answers depending on who you ask. So this is statistical. Next one. How many sisters does Deshawn have? Deshawn is one person. There's only one right answer for this, so this would be non-statistical because there's only going to be one answer. How many minutes of I Ready have you completed this week? All right, so that is talking to multiple people. You're going to have different answers. So how many minutes of I Ready have you completed? Well, Sarah might have completed 50 minutes, but Jason might have only completed 5 minutes. So this is statistical because you're going to have different answers. The last one, what time did you go to bed every night for the past month? Okay? Even if, like once again, sometimes I told you the word you is confusing because I'm talking to you. There's only one right answer, but this is talking about for the past month. All right, so you didn't go to bed the same time every night for the last month. So this would be statistical because not all your answers are going to be the same. Okay? So this is not really a difficult concept to learn. You just need to remember if it's got one answer, then it's non-statistical. But if it's got lots of different answers, then it's going to be a statistical question.